The Lily of the Valley by Honoré de Balzac is a novel that explores the themes of love, social class, and the human condition. The story is set in the Loire Valley in France during the early 19th century, and it follows the protagonist, Félix de Vandenesse, as he falls in love with Henriette de Mortsauf, a married woman from a higher social class. The novel is divided into two parts, and the first part focuses on Félix and Henriette's relationship. Félix is a young aristocrat who is fascinated by the life and culture of the French countryside. One day, he meets Henriette de Mortsauf, the wife of the Count de Mortsauf, and he immediately falls in love with her. Henriette is a complex character, tormented by her past and present circumstances. She is married to the Count de Mortsauf, who is physically and emotionally abusive to her. Furthermore, she has lost two of her children, which has caused her immense grief. Henriette is also deeply religious, which gives her strength but also limits her ability to act on her desires. Despite these obstacles, Félix and Henriette spend time together in the countryside, exploring nature and talking about their hopes and dreams. Félix is enamored with Henriette and begins to see her as his ideal woman. Henriette, on the other hand, is torn between her feelings for Félix and her duty to her husband and family. As their relationship develops, they become increasingly aware of the social barriers that prevent them from being together. Henriette is married and cannot divorce her husband, and Félix is a member of a lower social class than Henriette. They try to overcome these obstacles by planning to run away together, but their plans are ultimately foiled. The second part of the novel explores the aftermath of Félix and Henriette's time together. Félix travels to Italy and becomes involved with a group of artists and writers. He also has several affairs with other women, but he cannot forget Henriette. Meanwhile, Henriette's life becomes even more difficult. Her husband's abuse intensifies, and she becomes increasingly isolated from her family and friends. She also struggles with her own feelings of guilt and shame. Eventually, Henriette's health deteriorates, and she dies. Félix returns to France and visits her grave, realizing too late the depth of his feelings for her. The novel is a nuanced and complex exploration of human relationships and the limitations that society places on our desires. Balzac examines the tension between love and social class and the sacrifices that people make for love. He also explores the ways in which our past experiences shape our present circumstances. The Lily of the Valley is a novel that asks difficult questions about the human condition and leaves readers with a sense of the fragility of life and the complexity of human relationships.